Hello everyone, I'm Jeff Brandon along with Walt Fry, and this is Norristown Eagles boys basketball. Tonight the Eagles taking on the Bucks of Central Bucks West. And Walt, Norristown coming into this game 9-1 overall, 4-1 in Suburban 1 league play. The Bucks, a mediocre team at best. They're 3-3 so far in league play this season. Really haven't impressed anyone down along the line. They've picked up a few wins though. And I think the one problem for Norristown coming into this ball game is underestimating their opponent, coming out flat.
Well, CB West had 2 big wins against Norristown last year. I'm sure Norristown wants to avenge them. And Central Bucks West would definitely be the underdog tonight, but you can never underestimate an opponent. We underestimated the Chamonix, and the Chamonix almost beat Norristown this year. So you just can never underestimate them. I don't think Norristown will.
I hope not. And let's run down for the folks who maybe haven't been following Norristown basketball so far this year, the strong points for the Eagles. I think you have to start at the guard position with Cool and Johnson.
Binky Johnson, not really a surprise. Everyone expected him to be very good, but really doing very well. He handled the ball well and just run the floor. Ken Cool, a little bit off on his shooting touch, but doing everything else well. He's getting his assists and driving the lane very well. The height's been very good too. Vernon Hill has been a pleasant surprise, doing a lot of rebounding, shot blocking, and Joel Jones and Jeff Thompson doing what they were expected to do also. I think a key for this team is youth. Only one senior who starts regularly, and that's Vernon Hill. The rest of the players are juniors or sophomores, and I believe it breaks down 2 and 2, 2 juniors, 2 sophomores on that starting 5. And off the bench, John Cresswell. That was a little slip there. Just had a reference to football before this game. Of course, those of you who are Suburban 1 football fans, CB West and Norristown is a big gridiron matchup. We'll see how it works out on the basketball court. But get back to my point. The fact that you have so many young players, and then John Cresswell has now been using a couple of senior guards to come off the bench, small guys, when he wants to run the floor a little bit more, play aggressive defense. They've done a really good job for him. Of course, you're speaking of Brian Folker and Jason McCloskey. They've done a really good job trapping and getting steals and hitting some big shots. I think that that's been a key that Coach Cresswell has been able to go to that bench, go to that quicker, smaller defense, the trapping defense, because the big guys at times have had trouble handling the ball. And if they go cold, Norristown's inside game disappears for the night. You've got to depend on outside shooting. So if you're going to shoot from the outside, why not have guys who are guards normally? It's worked well for him the few times that he's used it. The bench has been very reliable. The three main big men, they all start. So it's nice to be able to go to someone off the bench who will give you some production. It should be an interesting game tonight, folks. I hope you'll stay tuned. Walt and I'll be back in just a moment with the play-by-play. Once again, folks, welcome to Norristown Area High School Gym. This matchup with CB West and Norristown. Starting lineups for tonight. Starting for CB West. Number 10, Tom Phillips. And number 13, J.J. Kelso at the guards. Number 14, John Finkbeiner. Number 42, Randy Cuthbert. And number 20, Scott Mitchell. For the host Norristown Eagles. At center, number 24, Joel Jones. Number 20, Jeff Thompson joins Jones on the front line. And number 12, Vernon Hill rounds out the front line. At guard, number 4, shooting guard Ken Cool. And the point guard, number 3, Binky Johnson. Tonight, number 20, Scott Mitchell, and number 12, Vernon Hill. Vernon Hill wins the tap. Norristown in control. Binky Johnson bringing up the court. Find Ken Cool in the corner. Cool tries to go inside to Jeff Thompson, knocked away. Looks like number 13, J.J. Kelso deflected that one. Still Norristown ball.
Walt, I think height's going to be a factor in tonight's ball game. CB West has got a nice crop of guys down there across the front line with Mitchell at 6'6", Cuthbert at 6'4".
Ball slapped away. Mitchell goes to number 14 in for layup, John Finkbeiner. Binky Johnson pushes it up. Cool in the corner. Cool finds the range quickly. That's a three. Very important that Cool finds that range. He's got it so far. 14, John Finkbeiner, hands off to Kelso. Tom Phillips bricks one off a drive. Binky Johnson will push it up. Cool again from the top this time. Got it. Ken Cool steaming hot coming out here. Already with 6, Norristown up 6-2. Kelso swings to Finkbeiner. Finkbeiner hits. Just inside the line, only 2. Binky Johnson directs traffic. Look. Good look inside the Vernon Hill. That's blocked. Number 20, Scott Mitchell.
It was a nice play by Mitchell that time, Walt. He waited for his man, got the good block without getting the foul called on him.
But a good look inside by Binky Johnson. Mitchell to Phillips outside. Phillips to the foul line. That's good.
Nice move by Phillips. He had the double team come out on him, did the little head fake, moved over a step and had the open jumper.
Jeff Thompson looks inside the Vernon Hill. Blocked again, this time by Cuthbert. Hill, good job regaining possession. Puts in the layup.
Vernon Hill showing a lot of concentration there that time, staying with that block shot, and then had the easy layup on the follow.
Slapped away by Cool. Found either he or Binky Johnson. Fouls on Cool. Cuthbert stripped by Johnson. Out of bounds, CB West ball. Finkbeiner finds Kelso. Kelso immediately on top of the backboard. Considered out of bounds, and it'll be Norristown ball.
And you see that time Kelso, before he took that shot, he looked down at his feet to see where he was lined up for that three-point line. That's got to be distracting for a shooter. It's got to take your concentration away.
Binky Johnson, nice drive. The foul before the basket. So the basket doesn't count. The foul number 14, John Finkbeiner. Ken Cooley inbound. Binky Johnson pulls up inside the three-point line. Good rebound by Vernon Hill.
Vernon Hill in the right place at the right time. Binky Johnson with a hard shot off the glass, but Hill was right there for the follow-up.
Johnson forced that, but Hill slipped inside. Poked away by Johnson. Norristown, very good defense, and not letting CB West get anything easy.
Don't forget, folks, that starting backcourt for Norristown, Binky Johnson, a point guard, only a sophomore. Ken Cool, the shooting guard, only a junior. So they'll be back again next year as a tandem in the backcourt.
Kelso tries to go inside, nobody there, picked off by Jeff Thompson.
It was good defensive work by Ken Cool that time.
Cool dishes off to Binky Johnson. Good look, Binky Johnson hits inside the three-point line. 12-6 Norristown.
And that was a nice shot that time by Johnson. He had forced the ball, as you said, the last time down the court. This time he had the wide open shot, took his time, and he nailed it.
inside to Mitchell. Good move by Mitchell, as well as a good look by Tom Phillips. Joel Jones inside with a nice little turnaround jumper.
Somebody missed an assignment that time because Joel Jones had nobody on him. He turned around with that ball, couldn't believe there was nobody between him and the basket.
And these Norristown big men have really developed a nice shooting touch. Timeout CB West with Norristown leading 14-8, 3:39 to go in the first quarter.
I think Wayne Finkbeiner had a good time out there because his guys are giving up some easy hoops to Norristown. And I think with as young as this Eagles team is, if you can upset them early, rattle their cage a little bit, they can go cold on you for a spell of 4 or 5 minutes. And that's what a team like CB West needs in this ball. And they need to get a fast start, try to get a little bit of a lead here on the Eagles.
All the starters for Norristown into the offense, except for Jeff Thompson.
I like the fact that the Eagles have been looking inside, even though West has some height with Mitchell at 6'6" and Cuthbert at 6'4". The rest of the lineup matches up pretty well. The other 3 starters for West are basically guards. You got 6'1", 6'0", and 5'10". So nobody of any dominating height beyond those front 2 guys.
We're seeing a good blend of outside and inside. Ken Cool started off very hot, hit 2 3-pointers. Then Norristown started looking inside. A couple outside jumpers from Binky Johnson, as well as some good inside play.
Well, it doesn't hurt when your shooting guard hits his first 2 from 3-point land, and you hope that sets the tone for the rest of the night.
Okay, Scott Mitchell to inbound right in front of us. Phillips finds Cuthbert. Nice move by Cuthbert, driving baseline. Slips inside everybody for the score. Jeff Thompson, little baseline jumper, good. Nice touch by Jeff Thompson.
Thompson must have heard you talking about him. Wanted to get his name in the books.
We go inside to Mitchell. Mitchell finds Cuthbert.
Oh, boy.
Lovely move by Cuthbert. Just couldn't get it to fall. In traffic, good D by Norristown.
I'll tell you what, well, good ball movement by both teams so far.
Binky Johnson pulls up. Joel Jones with a nice tip in. Call him over the back.
No basket. That's a tough call. Hill that time, I thought, got a nice clean tap, but he must have been over somebody's back, pushing off or something. The official was right there with it. He said, take it off the board.
Once again, Kelso finds Cuthbert inside. Cuthbert now getting into the offense.
They've got to seal off that baseline, Walt. Norristown can't let Cuthbert just roam free down there.
They find Vernon Hill in the baseline. Vernon Hill doesn't miss much from there. Puts it in again. Vernon Hill now with 6 points. 2:17 left to go in the first quarter. Todd Phillips blocked by Vernon Hill. Well, Vernon Hill just came out of nowhere.
And you can see the leaping ability that time that Vernon Hill possesses. He just went way up in the air, knocked Phillips' shot straight back in his face. Substitution.
Phillips comes out for number 34, Jeff Connor. Finkbeiner spins away from Cool. They go right to Connor. He's short. Good rebound there by Binky Johnson. Oh, but they got the foul. Looks like on Joel Jones.
That was a foul on Jeff Thompson that time.
Excuse me. John Cresswell is very angry about that call.
I didn't quite understand that call. Jeff Thompson looked like he was out of the play to me.
Binky Johnson had the position, got the rebound in front of Connor, but
it must have been Thompson pushing or giving somebody an elbow inside there on Connor. Connor had a nice play that time. The head fake got Johnson up in the air. He just missed the easy 6-footer.
Cuthbert on the baseline again. This time they seal him off. Finkbeiner. Connor loses control. Picked off by Thompson. Cool brings up, stops 3-point range. He's a little bit short that time. Nice rebound by Hill. Dishes off to Jeff Thompson. Picked up by Kelso. Kelso rushes it up court. Finds Finkbeiner. Now they'll slow it up. Mitchell, nice inside move. Mitchell from 3 again. Little bit off. Mitchell claims the rebound. Good alertness by Binky Johnson to come back almost with the steal.
And Walt, the last 2 possessions for the Bucks, the crowd has been screaming for the travel. When John Finkbeiner handles the ball, he takes that little stutter step the first time.
Finkbeiner is blocked by Binky Johnson. Johnson with a little stutter step. Looks inside to Joel Jones. Jones banks it in. Another easy layup for Norristown.
If I were Binky Johnson, I'd give Joel Jones that shot all night. That's 2 times in a row they've given Jones the ball down there on the right side of the lane. There's been nobody there.
But if you're CB West, you don't give Joel Jones that shot all night.
You got to do something to shut that off.
Now CB West will work for the last shot. 18 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Finkbeiner will hold up top. Now 10 seconds left. Swings around to Mitchell. Johnson harasses him. Mitchell up top, crazy shot, but he puts it in. That's the end of the quarter. Only a 2-pointer by Mitchell, so at the end of the first quarter, Norristown 20, Central Bucks West 16, excuse me.
It was a nice shot by Mitchell that time, waiting with 3 seconds to go before he let that ball fly.
Well, it looked awkward, but he changed his shot nicely.
You know, it was a pretty uneventful first quarter. I mean, it just seemed to flow very nicely. I mean, not a lot of fouls, not a lot of turnovers, not great defense either by either team, but some nice scoring